Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Muse Tarot by Chris Ann. It's a Hay House item. I believe there's a website for Hay House. I don't know what it is, but if you look up Hay House or Chris Ann, you'll probably find it. Chris-Ann with an E at the end, of course. You see it right there. Okay. Supportive Oracle cards. Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. There is a website for this one. It is rockpoolpublishing.com.au. It's here at the bottom. So if you want to search that out or see something about that or whatever, you can do that. Cool, cool, cool. Fun, fun, fun. All right, what do we have for Leo? That's... Sometimes they come off the bottom of the deck. I just don't fight it. I just let it be there. So I don't know why I'm mentioning it, but just in case. So in the beginning of this, Seven of Swords, which talks about kind of getting out of a situation or not letting somebody know what you really feel. It might be not letting somebody know what you really feel. I got that fox energy, kind of like, you know, you didn't need, I feel like your energy is kind of like, you don't need to know what I'm thinking. You don't need to know where I stand with this. I am not your open book just for you to read. So if I want to let you know where I stand, I'll let you know. If I don't want you to know, you're not going to know. That fox energy is kind of like, also, you know when somebody asks you those questions and they're inappropriate, like just because somebody asks a question doesn't mean they're entitled to the answer. It's one of my peeves in life. Like just because somebody asks a question doesn't mean they're entitled to the answer. Let's just leave it at that because it does aggravate me. So you might be a little bit playful with that, like, okay, you want to ask questions? All right, let's see what we can do with this. And you might have had a little fun conversation, kind of like, oh, you think you're going to make me uncomfortable? Oh, I hope you got your seatbelt on because we're going to go for a ride. And I'm not putting up with it. I'm just not putting up with it. You're not angry. I'm not getting an angry energy. I'm just kind of like, you have the nerve to ask me that? Okay. Hope you have your seatbelt on. We're going for a trip. And I'm getting like discernment with the Seven of Voices. It's kind of like I might purposely be confusing somebody. Not because I'm angry, but because I'm slightly offended they have the nerve to go there. So I don't know what you think about that. Just take that where you want to take it. It's a general read, of course. Because you're not hiding from anything. You're just kind of like, oh, you want to play games? I got games. I got games. I don't know where that's going, but realization with action. They think they know. See, this, I find this aggravating. It doesn't make me angry. It's just aggravating. They think they know. They think they know what you're going to do. They think they know what you're about. They think they have all these answers, right? And they're moving on these answers. They got realization with action. The thing is with realization, I almost feel like this is almost like, you know, it's on the timer. Like, the realization is going to come in later. Like, they're going to get the information now. They're going to think they know what you're talking about. But when they get to the other side of this, they're going to be like, oh, like, you know, I thought that I cornered the Leo and got the information, even though they didn't want to give it to me. But they saw right through me, and they just kind of, they beat me at my own game. I feel like that's what it was. They're like, oh. I feel like that's what this is, because I'm getting like they're taking action on something, thinking they know what you're going to do, and they're going to find out in the long run, oh, you knew what they were doing, and you used it against them. It was rude. I feel like whatever they did, it was rude, and you're just kind of like, you think you know me, do you? Because what's going to happen is they're going to be left out in the cold, and there's going to be nothing there for them. They're going to move forward like, aha, this is where the Leo is going to take a vacation. They're going to go take a vacation in the Bahamas. I don't know why we're doing that, but whatever. So they're booking for that same week in that same area. They're like, the Leo thinks they're going to get away from me, but they're going to find out I'm going to be right there. That's going to be hilarious. So they're booking this vacation in the Bahamas, and you're like, and you're going like, you know, to Asia or somewhere in Asia. Like, you're like, I'm not even over there. I'm way over here, and I'm doing something completely different. I did take a vacation, but nowhere near there. So it's kind of like they thought they knew when they did not know. Something like that. Like, they think they're going to cut you off at the pass, and you're like, I'm not even going on that road. Like, I'm not even going down that path. You think you're going to cut me off at the pass? I'm not even going over there. You think I am, but I'm not. And it's kind of funny, kind of like, all right, have fun. Wait. I wonder how long you're going to wait before you figure it out. I'm a little spicy about it for some reason. I'm just like, oh, you think you know? Okay, we'll see what you know. We'll see what you know. This is important because this person, I feel like it's a person for most of you, they need to understand that they have no chance to run your life or to cut you off at the pass. Like they're not gonna get the better of you. Even if for some reason you decided to go down that path anyway, and they thought they were going to cut you off at the pass, they're still going to fail. Like they're still not going to get the better of you. Even if you did go down that road, they still would fail. It still would not happen. But I feel like this is kind of like, you're trying to make the point, like, don't even try. Don't even try to get the better of me. Don't even try. Just don't waste either of our times. Just back off and leave me alone. And I feel like you are making that point with the Empress. I'm getting that energy, kind of like I'm balancing it out. I'm trying to teach somebody without being too harsh. I'm letting them learn the harsh lesson on their own. I'm letting them experience that disappointment. And you're just going forward and you're doing what you need to do. Ironically, I think this is a more gentle way for you to handle this. Kind of like, I'm just going to let them figure that out on their own. I'm going to let them stew with that and realize they should not be trying me. They should not be pushing my buttons. They should not think they're going to do better than me or get the jump on me, because they're not. And you're giving them a chance to like figure it out. Like, here's your chance. Like, you're going to be disappointed, and you should be, and you figure that out. Figure that out. You shouldn't mess with me. It feels like the nicer way for Leo to handle this. I'm not yelling. I'm not having a fit. I'm not getting upset. Nope. I'm just going to let you figure that out on your own. I'm just kind of setting you up to figure it out. And it's making quite the impact. I feel like when trust shows up on their side, I feel like they're getting it. They're like, you know what? I have a chance here. I can either make a friend or a foe of the Leo, because the way I'm going, it's going to go one way or the other. And if I want to be friends or allies with the Leo, I've got to respect that, I'm not going to get the jump on them, and I got to stop even trying. I don't even like the fact that they tried to, but, however you want to handle that is how you want to handle that. This comes forward next. The Muse of Inspiration is, it's the King of Wands energy. I just feel like I need to say this. When it comes to King and Queens, they're equal when I read them, but it's just this is a feminine deck, so that's why it's showing that way. There's that same strength, though. I feel like it's just trying to point out, no matter what gender you are, that strength is here. And the Ace of Wands is coming in, like, there's a new opportunity coming in. And you're going to decide whether you want this person to be a part of this or not. I feel like you're going to point out to this person, kind of like, listen, I don't know if I want you to be a part of this. I was not, you don't have the right just to ask a question because you're thinking of it. You don't have the right to answers just because you can think of a question. And I feel like you're telling this person that. Like, you know what? I'm just telling you. You don't have the right to any answer you want. Just because you have the guts to ask the question doesn't mean you're entitled to the answer. And there's something about that where you're like putting that in perspective. This is not a planned moment. It's not a planned conversation. It's kind of like an opportunity shows up. They want to be a part of it. And you're like, well, before you are, let's talk about this. You don't get to ask any question you want. You're not entitled to all these answers. So if you're going to work with me, you're going to mind your P's and Q's, and you're not going to get in my way. There's the Five of Wands with the Six of Pentacles. It's not a planned conversation, but you might be laying it right out on the line, kind of like, you know what you did before? You ticked me off. And you know what you got for that? You were hanging out in the Bahamas all by yourself. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was a good time. It probably wasn't. I just feel like you're throwing that, like, listen, I know what you were trying to do and you failed. And I saw what you were doing and I purposely did that to you. And you're not even going to play games with it. You're just like, at this point, I'm just coming right forward. Like, you ticked me off and that's what you got. If you want to work with me again, you better not play this again. And I feel like I keep reiterating, just because you have the guts to ask a question doesn't mean you're entitled to that answer. So mind your P's and Q's. Respect that I'm in control here and don't challenge me. If you can't do this without challenging me, this is not the situation for you. You were really strong with this. But it's like, when I say really strong, I'm like, well, it's Leo. Like, Leos are strong anyway. Your strength, what I'm gaining from this is like, you could really rip this person apart if you saw fit. but the control. The control to like get my message across, make the imprint, but like you're still keeping it contained. It's not just like a wildfire just going off. And with Leo, that could happen on occasion. That's not happening here. You're like, I'm keeping it contained. You're aware of your own strength. You're aware of your impact, and you're like, there's a certain amount I want available here, and there's a certain amount I want to contain. You have that control. That's a part of strength, having the control of your power, and you do have control of it here. I do think you're going to let this person move forward with you, because I'm getting a new beginning. It's going to be talked out first. You're going to lay it right on the line. Like, this is what it is. That's how it goes. This is where it's going to be. If you can't do that, don't even come. Don't even show up. And they're getting it. I feel like I'm getting like the bug eye thing. Like, okay, yeah, I understand. They were wrong to do whatever they did, though. I still get whatever that was. It's like, it seems to be like a peeve for me. Like, I hate that when people just think just because they have the guts to ask a question, they're entitled to the answer. Oh, I hate that so much. I'm like, just because you can ask doesn't mean you're getting the answer, and I might just mess with you for it. Insight to me, I guess, because it does make me mad. On your side, you got the awakening with the path. I feel like you're keeping your eye on this. It's a one chance. One chance. For wherever you see fit, and I know this with Leo. If you feel it's warranted to give a chance, you will. If you don't, then you won't. Doesn't matter what other people think. If you see it fit to give this person a chance, then you'll do that, because that's your business. And you'll do that. And I feel like that's what's going on with this. It's kind of like judgment is you're like really kind of like, I feel like I'm being purposefully critical. Like when I say purposefully, it's like, it's not like it's unwarranted. It's like, all right, they better toe that line because I'm not playing games. They're lucky they got a chance. And you're watching closely. Are they passing the test? Are they passing this test? They have the Three of Pentacles with the Chariot. Yeah, you made your imprint. You made your impression. It's quite clear. They want to be on your good side. That's what I'm really thinking I'm getting from this. They want to be on your good side. And you see how these cards, the colors, they just kind of meld together quite well in my opinion, because they're pretty much the same colors. They're doing it. They're putting in the effort. They really do want to be a part of this situation with you. They didn't want to upset you. How's that? They pushed their luck. They learned the hard way. Should not have done that. And they want to keep you happy, because the two of these together, like, I'm getting some loyalty. I'm getting it's like homegrown loyalty. What do we mean by that? It's loyalty the way you need it to be made. It's kind of like, certain questions are allowable, other questions are not. It's kind of like when you work with somebody. A question about work and something working out well, work-wise, warranted. Personal life questions, I never said you were allowed to ask those questions. Like, you can ask me what I'm doing for this project. You're not allowed to ask me what I'm doing over the weekend, because that's my time. That's not your business. If you want to ask me if I can do extra work on the weekend, I'll let you know yes or no, but you don't get to police whether that's valid or not. You know what I mean? That's where we're going with this, is what I'm feeling. Loyalty. Loyalty is going up a lot more. A lot more comes forward. The Knight of Fire here, the Knight of Inspiration, the Knight of Wands. Things take off and go quickly. This is an energy that's going to be like ready to hit the ground at a moment's notice, is what I'm getting. I don't feel like this is a constant energy around you for some reason. It's just here when I need it, and then when it's done, it goes away. I don't feel like it's getting in your way. Ready to go. All right, we're done, and moves on. It's like it's come and go. It's just like spur of the moment. I feel like this is something you need around you. Kind of like when I'm ready to do something now, I need somebody who's ready to do something now. And this is an energy that will hold to that, can do that, matches that. So it's not like they're going to be hanging on your shoulder here, just kind of like, do you need me today, Leo? Do you need me? It's not going to be there like that. It's going to be, they're going to be around. Every now and then they'll touch base with you, but they're not going to hang on you. And you're like, okay, I need to get this done. I need some help. Hey, you, come on, you want to do this? Yes. And they're ready to go in a moment's notice. It seems like that type of energy. I do feel like that matches you. Like, I'm doing this next week. Are you going to do this or no? Yes, I can. I'll be there. And they'll do that. it just seems like on a moment's notice, and a lot of things are going to pop up with this person on a moment's notice, and they seem to thrive with that. So whatever the message was, whatever you taught them, I do feel like they learned the rules. They learned those rules, those respectful rules, like don't cross that line, ask these questions, you don't have the right to ask those questions. And I feel like you've kind of like got that homegrown loyalty to where they'll hold to that like they're supposed to. Moment's notice. I'm getting like a moment's notice to LA. Like I need somebody today. Can you do it? Yeah, okay, come on. It's like in a moment. They're there in a moment's notice. I feel like that's there. I think this is good. Okay. I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. I've also included tip information. Some people are interested in that. If you're not, cool. If you are, great. Thank you either way. Have a good day.